Hey guys, David here, and I want to go over this real quick with you guys to actually show you how this internet marketing, affiliate marketing stuff works in a very simplified manner. A lot of people complicate things, and sometimes I'm guilty of making things more difficult than they have to be, but I just like to run through this really quick with you guys so that you can understand the bigger picture, how everything fits together. So first, we start with the squeeze page. Now, squeeze page or landing page is just what you're going to use to collect the information, right? You can ask for a name, an email. Some people ask for their physical address, and they ask for the address so they can send them something in the mail. Um, Anytime you ask for anything past an email, your conversions are going to go down across the board. It's not like that's just my thing; that's everybody's thing. Um, when you send something through the mail, that is another way of contact. So that can increase your sales. It can. It doesn't mean it will. So I only ask for the email address because I send them something through email. As far as sending things in the mail, I use that as lead generation, not necessarily the two-step like this. Like I'll get somebody's information and then send them something. Oh, excuse me. So next after the squeeze page, we have a thank you page. Now, thank you page can be anything, right? It can be your giveaway. Some people on their squeeze page, they actually give something away, like a free report, or something like that. And that would be presented on your thank you page, right? You can pre-sell traffic. You can frame traffic. You can say, hey, this, next thing that you're going to see, and if you send them to something else, is going to be the most amazing thing you've ever seen, or something like that, right? Because the next thing that you want to send them to is a video sales letter. So even if you have a thank you page and you're giving them something away for free there, you still want to offer them the opportunity to spend money with you, in my opinion. I want to always offer you the opportunity to spend your money with me, because if you can spend money with me, I can make money, right? Because there's only two real ways to get money. Someone's going to give it to you, or you go out there and steal it, right? So we're not in the stealing business, we're in the people giving us money. So the way that you do that is you ask for it, right? You have to ask for it. So after I send them to a video sales letter or a actual sales page or whatever, two things usually happen, right? Either I get the sale, got something in my eye, excuse me. Either I get the sale or I have to follow up with them. And this is usually what happens, right? If I send a 200 click solo ad, I don't get 200 buyers. And that kind of is a misconception that, oh, there's one traffic place that everyone, all the gurus are sending to, and they all get 1,000 signups from this and no one knows about it. And that's not really how it works. When I coach my students and I give them the actual places where they can go place ads and that have been successful for me, they're amazed at how many places it is. It's not just one place or two places. It's really spread out. And you do that for stability, like I talk about in the other videos. But when I don't get sales, which happens most of the time when I send initial traffic, right? You can convert 0 to 1%, maybe 1.5% if it's a brand new sales letter or something like that, or it's doing really awesome. So after that, what I do is I try to increase the connection, right? And what I mean by that is I try to get them to know, like, and trust me, right? I'm a trustworthy person, so I try to express that. I try to get them to know a little bit more about me. So a Facebook fan page is awesome for that, right? You can update that Facebook fan page, and for some reason, when people go to Facebook, they think it's more real, right? People are creating whatever lives they want on Facebook, but when you send people there and they go to your profile or whatever it is, they think that you're a real person or something. So I'm not saying you're not a real person or anything like that. I'm just saying, Facebook's kind of weird. So send them to Facebook. You can create Facebook groups to send them to. If you have LinkedIn pages, you can send them there. And all this is trying to increase the connection, right? It's the same thing as if you were going to send them something in the mail, but this is all online. And you can do this automated through your email follow-up series. You can put in, hey, go to my Facebook. Hey, go to my awesome YouTube channel, which you guys are watching right now, and I thank you for. You can say all of that stuff, and it happens automatically. The next thing is you can actually call people. I know it's crazy, but let me just give you a real quick story. When I first started, I placed ads in employment magazines, and then those employment magazines, or the employment guides, what I was doing is I was having those people call me. So I was on the phone probably with 100 people, maybe 150, 200 people on a high day, every single day. I would start on the East Coast because I was on the East Coast, and I would just call people or have them, or I would answer the phone call, excuse me, when they called me all day long. And I started on the East Coast and I worked my way Midwest, and then I went to the West Coast. So I was taking phone calls up until like 10, 11 o'clock at night when I first got started. Now, not everybody's going to do that. Some of you guys have limits, and those limits are what's stopping you from actually achieving what it is that you want to achieve, right? You want to get rich online or you want to make money online, but you're not willing to actually do anything. You're not willing to take the steps, right? You're willing to do everything inside of your comfort zone, and all of the money that you ever wanted to make is right outside of your comfort zone. So phone sales can increase your conversions a lot, and it can increase them quickly. You know, if you're on the phone selling a $500 product or a $1,000 product or something like that, high ticket, and you get a couple of sales in one day, what does that do? Or if you're getting one sale a day, $500 or $1,000, what can that do for you? A lot. And pushes you to $30,000 if you do it 7 days a week. But I recommend you guys take off Sundays or your voice will go out, I mean. So we have phone sales, and you can either do that inbound, like them calling you. You can even set up a call center, right? There are call centers out there that'll call your leads and try to sell your leads for you. You know, inside of the business that I'm with, I get these huge coffee mugs, or my girlfriend bought me this one, but I have to do it because I get like a ton of ice in here. So if I usually put a ton of ice in there, I don't get a lot of water when I do put water in there because I don't really drink coffee. So you can set up phone teams that'll actually call your leads for you, and when they're calling your leads for you, they're you know, trying to sell them for you, and that doesn't take any more time. So we're doing all of this stuff to increase the connection, and then what happens? We get the sale eventually, right? This can take months, weeks, years, whatever. But this is what we're constantly doing. We're constantly trying to increase the connection. We can send them webinars and try to sell them there, and that's a separate, you know, thing up here. We can send them to webinars and try to get the sale from here. But you know, if you're brand new, I would not recommend doing webinars right away. Get a couple of results before you do your actual webinar. And that's just my recommendation. Get at least 1 or 2 results. You can use all of the testimonials from whatever business you're in, or affiliate marketing, business opportunity, whatever. But it's going to look good if you have just, you know, even if you've made just 1 sale, right? If you've just made 1 sale, just go out there and make 1 sale. It's not really difficult. And even if it takes you more money to make the initial sale, it's not going to matter because you're making it up in the webinars. All right, so after we get the sale, we have a different buyer follow-up. What I mean by that is we're trying to talk to the buyers differently than we talk to the people who have not spent any money. The people who have not spent money with you have never, even though they're potential, they've never raised their hand with purchasing power. And that's what we want. We want you to say, hey, I have money, I'm giving you money, I'm willing to buy from you, I know you, I like you, I trust you, here's some money. Now what do we do next? And when they're looking for what to do next, that's when you take the reins and you show them, or you tell them what they should be doing next, right? So we solve more problems after they buy, right? Because if your problem is, you know, you don't know how to set up a landing page, well, you probably don't know how to set up a domain, right? You don't know how to set up your hosting. So you can solve all of those problems with coaching and training, right? And this comes with upsells and downsales, right? If I sell you, you know, a hosting and then I sell you a domain, that could be a downsell, right? Because hosting is like $9 a month, and you can get websites for like $3. So that's a downsell, right? What I mean by upsells is, what happens if I sell you hosting, then a domain, then I sell you an autoresponder, right? That's an upsell. Then I sell you a you know, a ClickFunnels or lead pages or something like that that'll actually get you you know, the ability to actually build out your websites, optimize, press, whatever it is. And now we have the ability to actually upsell, right? We just ascended you, right? You bought more things from us. You can do that with coaching and training, right? I have coaching and training packages, and what I do with those is when we talk about what it is that you're trying to do, sometimes what it is that you're trying to do needs some just, hey, this is how you do it. But sometimes it's, you know, hey, this is how you do it physically, right? This is how you go to this website. This is how you do that stuff. And that's kind of the difference between coaching and training, and the way I deal with it. So next thing you can do is you can send traffic, even if you're not running a co-op. And I run co-ops, but if you're not running a co-op, what you can do is you can have these co-ops And you can run those, right? That's one way of doing it. But if you're not running a co-op, what you can do is you can send traffic just for that person. If you know how to create a solo ad or do a solo ad, you can go to a vendor on their behalf with their link and send a solo ad for them, right? That can be part of your traffic. That could be part of your problem solving skill, right? You know how to send solo ads, they don't. You can send solo ads for them. So there's a lot of different moving parts to this, but it's not difficult, right? This is not difficult. It doesn't have to be any more difficult than we make it. We are the ones who are going to make this more difficult. Each one of these things has a little bit of maybe a learning curve or a little bit of an amount of learning curve or a little bit of amount of knowledge or something that you're going to have. And sometimes that learning curve or whatever it is small, sometimes it's a little bigger, but in the end it's all worth it. That's what I make these videos to kind of show you guys that it's all worth it. All of this stuff, learning all of this stuff, making all of this money, all this stuff, it's worth it in the end. Now, the last thing I want to talk about before we close this out is coaching and training doesn't have to mean that you're the master guru, right? I have coaching students who don't have a lot of information who are coaching other people, right? If you've been online for any amount of time, you'll understand that internet marketing, affiliate marketing, whatever, it's like in dog years. So if you've been around for like 1 year, you've been around for like 7 years. So if you have the ability to make a squeeze page and somebody doesn't know how to make a squeeze page, then you seem like you know a lot more, right? And the truth of the matter is you may not, or you may. It doesn't really matter. The thing is, you can get started wherever you're at and still be successful, even though you're not as far as you want to be. And that's kind of the key to this. That's kind of the key to this online marketing stuff is we can go from 0 to 100 incrementally, right? We can go 1, 2, 3, or you can just say, hey, I'm going to do this and go from 0 to 100, right? You can just start out blasting and rocking and rolling and doing what it is that you need to do. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope this simplified things for you, right? My goal is always to make things as simple as possible for you guys. So I hope this video helped you out, and we will see you in the next video. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, go ahead and email them over or hit them in the comment box. If you would like to join business with me and you would like me to set all this stuff up for you, just click the link below and get started, and I will let you know how you can have me do all of this stuff for you. So we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. I can't hit the stop button. No.